I've seen that. There was I won't mention the client, but just pre-COVID, they started using mobile key for guests.
Yep.
And when they kicked off, they had about 10 rooms a day that they had to go up, and they put the key card into the slot before the guest's arrival. By the time COVID hit, I think it was 40 rooms a day that staff would have to go up and, in a sense, pre-prepare the room for the arriving guests, which just doesn't make sense, right? So
Well,
it's got to
yeah,
be.
sorry, you're 100% right. You've got the operational cost of somebody having to go to the room, but manpower costs money. So what's going to happen, and you know well this as well as I do, what will happen is they will just put a card in the slot and they will leave it there. So you're investing a huge amount of money in your technology to allow a guest to use their mobile phone to open the door, to be environmentally friendly so that they haven't got to use plastic cards. However, you're now leaving the HC and the lights on 24/7 for the whole duration of their stay.
Correct. And then if you service that room for a couple of days after checkout, as you said, the air conditioning is running with the room completely unoccupied for a couple of days, and that was the reason that the key card was put in there in the first place, to be energy efficient.
Yeah. So all of a sudden you've got this roadmap of going away from a metal key. Now the reason we went away from the metal key was because you had to recover them from the guests. So it was a real operational issue. If a guest went home, they were ways around it. They used to put a huge, great wooden fob on the end of it, so you had to drag it to the door. But that was to try and stop you taking it home and then having to recover it. Magstripe technology saved that overnight. Guests took a card away, didn't really matter, you just created a new card. The inconvenience of having the card when it was Magstripe was that the information got corrupted. So you then had guest complaints, keep coming back to the desk going, it doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So RFID came along, happy days, cards don't get corrupted anymore. And quite honestly, it's probably the best technology for the hotel industry, for the types of guests, the stays, and operationally everything they can do. Now, it also fits into the energy management that's installed in the room. So you've got the energy efficiencies, you've got the guest satisfaction, you've got the operational requirements. It's only those technology savvy companies that are sort of saying, well, I can use my mobile phone, I can, airports, you can now check in with your mobile phone and go straight to the plane. Isn't it great? I want my hotel to do the same. It really doesn't achieve anything for the guest, though. All it's doing is adding cost to the property, because you've got to upgrade your locks. You've then got to buy or develop an app. You've then got the problem, how do I manage the energy efficiency in the room? So I've either got to start investing in a smart thermostat, so change my thermostat over that it's now monitoring room occupancy and everything else.